Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time and locations. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, my dear viewers, I am back again with another update. So guys, I have a video here I would like we all to watch. But before then, if you're meeting my channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Please kindly do well to like, share and subscribe. Leave your thought about this video in the comment section. Let us know what you think about this video, and I will see you towards the end.
Not at first. We've seen the statement that was released by the media team member who did say that Obi has indeed faced a series of backlash since he actually, after the elections. Let's look at this recent one, an impersonator in the United Kingdom, a place where he lived for quite a while. What are your thoughts on this and these attacks? What does it show? Is it as a result of what the Labour Party has taken to court?
I think what is happening here is very grievous. Let us even look at the situation here. Impersonation. You don't impersonate somebody of obese status so lightly. It simply means somebody's kind of identity that represents P2B. And for such a person to have such identity, it must be something that is happening at the topmost level in Nigeria. The Nigerian passport is not something that can easily be faked. The Nigerian passport is not something that can be easily faked. The biometrics, the chips inside it, the only persons that can provide a double identity, the impersonator will be at those at the highest level in Nigeria. And that is how grievous it is. And all these things they are trying to do or they are doing is just to see how they can frustrate him, how they can demoralize him, how they can break him. But these guys are dealing with the wrong guy. It will be a rock. They cannot easily break him. It's in a serious and the honest nation where things are done in the very transparent manner. By now, there should be high-level investigation. In fact, the whole apparatus, security apparatus in Nigeria should be at a high alert, investigating to find out how this happened. Unfortunately, we are here in Nigeria. Some people have said that this country is a crime scene, an active crime scene. This is exactly what is happening here. They've done everything. They asked him to go to court, and the guy had gone to court. He is in court, presented his case, waiting for the tribunal to start proceedings. But they are not comfortable. Let me tell you, it's like an armed robber who stole your goods. You've discovered the goods that have been stolen. You've seen where it is hidden. And they in order not to make sure that you do not prove it, they want to do everything to take you out. But I can tell you for sure that P2B is unbreakable. They can do whatever they can do, but I can tell you, this country, the fight is the fight for the soul of Nigeria. The fight is for this fight to save this country. KPM just came up with a report. 40% of our Nigerians are unemployed. And if you look at it clearly, in a country of 200 million people, we are looking at over 80 million Nigerians, mostly youths. It's a time bomb waiting to explode. And these are the same youths who make up the obedient movement. These are the same youths who support this man, who has promised them, based on track records, what he plans to do to redeem them. And, it's what is playing out today is what we see in fictional gangsterism books. Things you see in the playbook of the Pablo Escobars of this world. But I can tell you, P2B is unshaken.
Well, you've said Peter Obi is unshakable. You've also made mention of certain people who I wouldn't want to go in to ask who these people are that you're talking about, but let's also look at the fact that there are equally mentions or statements made from Peter Obi himself that, and also his camp, that he's being forced to leave Nigeria.
See, there's nothing to pretend here. It's the APC government. Why? There's nothing. It's so clear. The APC did not win the election. The election,
but the Independent National Electoral Commission,
Inec selected who they wanted. See, the facts are there. See, there's on record from November till January, the Inec chairman was very emphatic when it was rumored that they are not going to use the IRF portal to upload results. Preceding the presidential election, we saw elections in Ekiti, we saw in Osun, we saw in Anambra, and in each of these elections that preceded the February 25th election, results were uploaded real time, on time. And this guy, when it was rumored, when people got, feelers that they may be planning to, play games, the guy came on record. It's on record. If you go to the INEC Twitter page, you will see it there. The guy said, not only will they upload, they will upload real time. The same guy that gave us assurances captured on video now is the same guy that is going to court that to say that it is not mandatory that they must upload real time on time. Let let me tell you, is very clear. The P2B, based on their own select result, came third. Why are they not harassing the PDP guy that came second? Because they know, see, these things are psychological. The thief knows who owns the goods. And the thief will always want to see how he can oppress the person that owns the good. They know who won the election. So, Lai Mohammed, for the first time, he had been very silent. He went to the US, to the market P2B, to label him, for committing treasonable offense. That cannot be proved. This man had conducted himself in the noblest manner anybody can think of. He is one guy. In fact, the only person before him who has behaved the way he behaved was late President Yar'Adua, the good man. Yar'Adua came to power in 2007. Yar'Adua won that election, but he still believed that the election did not meet the fair, free, credible platform. And Yar'Adua promised to abide by the rule of law. He did not just say it. You could see the meekness. You could see the humility. You could see the soberness in Yar'Adua. Yar'Adua went ahead. First of all, he declared his assets openly. The first president to declare his assets publicly, and not of his wife. And it was about 800 million. Yar'Adua was the first governor to leave savings in his state treasury, and he did not loot his people. And Obasanjo saw these traits, and Obasanjo supported Yar'Adua the president. Yar'Adua even empaneled the Uwais panel that brought about recommendations on massive reforms that will have prevented us from the February madness that we saw. But Jonathan Goodluck, smiling away the destiny of Nigeria, never implemented that panel's report. Yar'Adua, the good man, did not live to implement it. Obi is the next person after Yar'Adua that have shown us that sincerity, that goodness. And Nigerians have embraced him the way they embrace Yar'Adua. APC and those trying to frustrate him, trying to demotivate him, trying to demoralize him, are wasting their time. Obi is being backed by over 60 million Nigerian youths. And these guys are not backing down. Remember, one of the things they accuse Nigerians of is that Nigerians, they have short memory. After 1 week, it filters away. Since February 25th, the movement keeps on ramping up. And I can tell you this, it's an existential battle. Nigerians are ready to go to any legal extent to make sure that the right things are done. And the right things must be done.
Well, you talked about legal extent, and I mean, the case is what everyone is waiting for. Judiciary is indeed on trial, like many have said. But don't you think that we should look at it from a perspective that, as an observer, possibly allow the judiciary to carry out its duty, and see if truly what many are saying that Peter Obi won, it should be proven in court?
My brother, nobody in any form or manner has interfered with what the judiciary is doing. See, a majority of Nigerians are lettered. The youth we are talking about, I say it to anybody who cares to listen. In terms of morality, in terms of uprightness, in terms of upholding the rule of law and pursuing and agitating for what is right to be done, those below 30 in Nigeria, the Gen Zs, have shown themselves to be some of the most upright class of Nigerians. You can't bribe them. You can't suppress them. You can't put them down. Unlike the older generation that have swallowed abado and they are willing to do anything to destroy the destinies of generations unborn. Judiciary have a chance to redeem themselves. Like Olusabakoba said, former NBA chairman, if a former NBA chairman can express misgivings and doubts about the integrity of judiciary, who am I, a layman? You've seen what has happened. The Electoral Act's provisions are very clear. The conditions are very, very clear. By the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022, you cannot contest for two different positions at the same time. Before our very eyes, somebody participated in the same party's primaries nomination and primary election for presidency, and the same persons are now given tickets to fight on the same platform of the party as senators.
But if it's that of the APC, don't forget that the vice president-elect has come out to say that he had already left before he actually vied for the position of the vice president. Just that Inec did not receive the letter.
I am talking about the judiciary interpretations of the law concerning those that went to Senate. The current Senate president and the Akpabio. You know, you saw what happened in Imo State, where somebody who came forth, who by what I'm from Imo State, was elevated to become governor by the aeroplane flying judiciary, driving judiciary. And this is the kind of thing that scares Nigerians. But we are saying, we will abide by the rule of law. We will respect the sanctity of the judiciary. Let the judiciary go and do that. And I know these guys in the judiciary also, they have children, they have grandchildren, and I'm very sure they will redeem themselves. These things are as clear as black and white. We know the truth, and everybody knows the truth. Chimamanda Adichie, you saw his two ties. She wrote a lengthy epistle, a letter to Joe Biden. Go and look at that letter. That letter captured 100% succinctly what transpired throughout this period.
But many have also said writing to Joe Biden does not in any way mean that it has any impact on the current political situation.
America has great influence in midwifing democracy around the world. America is actually the number one democratic nation in the whole world. America is not perfect. What we are simply saying is that if we say we are mirroring our democracy in the order and nature of the presidential system in America, then we must do it the way it is done from where you cannot reinvent the wheel, you only modify the wheel. If you're borrowing something, you must do it the way or even better. What we saw on February 25th and March 18 was a caricature of what a democracy should be. What we saw was a clear case of outright criminality and manipulation across the landscape.
All right, let's start to bring this conversation to an end very quickly, because we have another segment we need to go to. But the Labour Party is equally struggling with internal crisis. We do have APAPA and, of course, other factions who have come out to say they want a piece or a share of the running of the affairs of the Labour Party. Peter Obi is going through a lot. There's internal crisis, there's external crisis, and now there's impersonation, there's a court litigation, there's also calls for him to leave the country in very few minutes. Is there a possibility that Labour Party will be able to remain standing ahead of the end of judiciary?
Labour Party will remain standing and will even work stronger. The Olodia Papa or whatever they call him is just an impostor, an agent of the APC sent in to destabilize the Labour Party.
But did the APC mention that they sent him?
Only we know what is happening. A lot of guys, I've been involved in this movement to know. See, even at the local government level, you see a lot of characters who do not believe in the 5 C's of the obedient movement, which is the new DNA of the Labour Party. And what are those 5 C's? Character, compassion, credibility, capacity, and competence. These guys still believe in the old ways of the PDP and APC of stealing, looting, and running away with people's mandates. So the Olodia Papa, whatever they call it, in fact, it's just a distraction. It's a storm in the teacup. He's still a member of the Labour Party. He was expelled in 2000 and some years back. So Labour Party has a new DNA, and that DNA will make it grow stronger than it is today.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. How wanna see the video? Wait till I think about this video. Make a leave in a thought for the comment section. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.